all. It's been 4 or 5 days since we connected. How is everything? Have you guys been able to practice your Google ad, Facebook ad content? Are there any questions from that week? How many of you are excited in learning AI agents? We are starting to build some AI agents this week. So maybe some marketing use cases we will explore. But from last week's session, what is the learning? Is there any question on Google ads that we covered last week? Also, please like and subscribe to the channel and join the community if you have not joined yet, because all the certification courses are going live there. And we are working on a new course for agency development, and that is the reason why most of the time goes into that, and we were not able to do so much in the live classes, because that keeps all of us busy here at GRQ. Now, let's understand what is an AI agent and how you can build AI agent. So, can anybody tell me what is the difference between the generative AI and why AI agent is the next thing that is important? How do you connect the both? Hi, Harshit. So, typically, what happens is the AI agents are based on like AI, Chat GPT, and generative AI is based on an LLM model. So LLM can give you an answer, it can give you steps, but it cannot go ahead and execute something on your behalf. That's the difference. So if you want to execute something, you need to have a process that some other tool, some other software that can use an AI agent to actually deliver the kind of process or results you need. So, in order to define any kind of a good evening, Praveen, any kind of AI agent or build any kind of AI agent, the first thing you need is a clear process and an outcome in mind. If you don't know these two things, there are so many people who are just gaslighting on internet, selling you AI agents, workflows, X and Y and Z. But the real use case outcome has to be individual to every business. So you cannot copy someone else agent on your workflow and expect it to deliver results. Though you can copy the template and customize it according to your requirement, but as I said earlier, the business use case comes from the business, the marketing use case come from your marketing requirements. Let's say you need a certain format, certain report on everyday basis, weekly basis, then you have to create your own process, and based on that process you need to define the agent. You need to also understand what kind of outcome you can generate. So let's start with few things which are very very important for building an AI agent. And this week's agenda, this week we'll discuss, try to complete at least 3 AI agents. So tomorrow we'll go with the first one, which is which sorts out all my emails. So I'll walk you through that, a complete agent tomorrow, and I'll also kind of give you the template or workflow that you can maybe copy in your make.com. So this agent is built on make.com that we will go through tomorrow. And this what it does is it iterates the email. So in my inbox, it will study all the email that has came in my inbox. So the use case is that I don't want to send email to my team. So there are a lot of emails that I might receive directly from outside my organization, and those email could be related to like business proposal. That could be one email. Second is email related to invoices. People who have done some work and looking for payment, they send invoices. Then third is there are candidates who apply for the jobs. Then fourth is payment invoices, like people who have made the payment or raised the invoice, they will be sending lot of emails. So all the payment that comes to us, all the CVs that come to us, all the invoices that come to us, all the proposals that come to us. So these are the four different kind of inbox emails that come on my inbox. So what this agent does is, this will study my email inbox. Like every time a new email comes, it will look for two things. First, the attachment, whether it has an attachment. Second, these words in the subject line: proposal, invoice, CV, resume, payment. These are the keywords that it will look for. And then what it does is, it saves those emails in your Google Drive. So I don't have to individually assign that email, that work to somebody. Like, it will copy the proposal in the Google Drive. So Google Drive, it will create a separate folder which will contain all the proposals that we received. Then it will save the invoices in the same drive. It will save the CV in that drive, and it will finally save the payment links or payment information in the drive. And then it will build a Google sheet. Based on the data, it will build a Google sheet. The Google sheet will have information, separate tabs, four separate tabs. First tab will have all the proposal links. Second tab will have all the invoices links. Third tab will have all the CV links. So they are saving in the drive first, creating a link, and that link is available in the Google sheet. So four different tabs, maybe four different people in my company who can work on individual things. So somebody is taking care of invoice and payment, then somebody else is taking care of all the CVs that we receive, somebody is taking care of the proposals that we receive, right? So these are different, four different people who are taking care of this. But because all emails are routed through me, or maybe many people have my email ID, they end up giving me this, sending this email to me. I have to individually send it to everyone. So every time I open my email, I'll forward something to somebody. But with this agent, I don't have to do that work, and we can expand it further. What I can do is, I can automatically create a email notification. So every time there is a new row added here, I can ask this agent to send an email to a particular person, right? And they will automatically able to fetch the detail from this Excel sheet. Now, why we create this kind of complex workflow? Why, when I can simply forward the email, I can simply create a rule within my inbox to send forward an email to someone, right? But if you just keep forwarding the email, one, you will not have a central location where you are maintaining all the database. Second, you will not know whether somebody has taken an action on that particular thing. So I forward emails, I can set an automated rule within my Google account, and that will do the job. I don't need this agent. But if I have to track what action has been taken on a particular item, then I need a proper tracking sheet. So it this agent helps me with two things. One, it builds the automated flow to sort out everything for me. And second, once the data is saved in a Google sheet, it will automatically send the notification, and the I can track the action taken right here. If I want to further extend this, I can also build an automated alert. When somebody has taken an action and updated a particular column in a Google sheet, it can send me a notification on WhatsApp, email. So there is no limit to what you can do, and all of this is completely automated in an AI agent. So we'll go through this in detail. Maybe this is one of the agent that we'll go through. Then we have some more AI scenarios that my team has created. Maybe we'll try to cover something more. So one is generate LinkedIn post from newsletter. So you receive a lot of newsletters, right? Maybe you receive some interesting newsletter from some interesting people. Can you give it a twist and build an AI agent that can automatically post it on your LinkedIn? That is also we will discuss in this week. Then you have an agent that creates Canva designs from the data that you have in Google Sheet and upload it in the Google Drive. This I've already shown you. So these are some of the agents that we'll discuss in the make.com. This is one of the platform on which you build agents. Another platform on which you build agent is Anaten. Anaten and make.com both are very popular these days. So we'll discuss some workflows, some scenarios here also. My team is working on creating some scenarios. Once the this particular scenarios are live, we'll discuss that also. But today I want to take you with some basic rules, some basic things. So in order to access the AI agents, or work as an AI agent, let me discard the changes. Work as an AI agent need to first talk to different applications, and for that you need to build connections, and that connection has to be coming through mostly through API. So they have automated connections. I mean, if you go in the make.com templates, they have connections for almost every application that is popular. They're they've already pre-built connections that you can use. Plus you will have to also integrate the APIs. It is not a standard method that you can use. You will also need to connect a lot of APIs. Maybe some of them also need to be connected through webhooks, but mostly API will do the job. Most of the agent that I have shown you right now, it is done using API only. There is no additional setting required. So this is one thing. Before we go into building agents or understanding how agents work, you can sign up for the make.com free plan. It comes with 1000 free user credits per month. With a free account you get 1000 users free account. You can sign in with the email ID, like create an account with your email, also sign up with all these profiles. I have created an email with my personal Gmail ID. By default you get 1000 credit. You can also Google, there are a lot of affiliate links that give you 10,000 credits in the first month. If you want to use that credit and learn, then maybe look for that those kind of affiliate links. We don't have an affiliation with make.com, maybe we'll have it in future. But in the free plan you can like for this we have unused operations of almost 997. So you get 1000 operations. Operations means how many times the agent was executed, including all the nodes. That is what it counts. So 1000 operations in a month you get for free. And then there are a lot of templates that are available. So even if you don't if even if you are not able to follow up with this, there are so many templates that are freely available, and you can go ahead and configure any template. So this is you want to create a chatbot for WhatsApp, you can explore this. You will need the what graph API for this. You can also use this agent for completing your Google Sheet rows. So what it does is it takes data from your Google Sheet, do some processing in your chat GPT API, and then finally update in the Google Sheet. So the default connection or default way we use chat GPT Perplexity is through simple prompt, right? So we log in here and we start using chat GPT or Perplexity. But in order to, okay, the spelling is wrong. All right. So in order to use Perplexity, this is by default an agentic browser. In case you don't know, in case you don't have access, then you should definitely check this out. They have launched a Comet browser. I have the Comet browser with me. It can also do a lot of agentic work. If you want, I can show you right now. So if you have Perplexity Pro account, which comes with Airtel, right? So many of you might already be having it. So if you have that, then you can use the Comet browser also. Comet is kind of an agentic browser. It does a lot of things automatically. So I can show you how it works. It is kind of an AI agent also, only pre-built. You have the assistant in your browser, and you can ask him to do any task for you. Let's say I want to see find out, go to my inbox. something like that. You can give the prompt, it will automatically go to your LinkedIn, it will check what are the last 5 messages you received, and it will give you that information right here. If you want the agent to reply, that is also possible. It can automatically reply on your behalf. If you give it a if you give it a prompt to reply on your messages, it can do that. So these are some of the agentic properties that is already available. You don't have to do any sort of programming to use this agent. This is freely available, and it does some good work here. So it is scanning through my messages, like the message that I received last, and then it checks individually what is the message that I received. It go through this, it clicks every message, and it will give you like these are the 5 people. I can see the most recent messages are from this: Pola, Priya, Ramanu, Sarkar, D Pooler, and full conversation. It will read the full conversation for every message that I got, and then it will accordingly scan and let me know what is the message input, right? So this is how the agent actually works. So this is like the live demo of one of the AI agents, and this is freely available. You don't have to do anything. It can scan your email, it can scan your Reddit account. Reddit also I can show you, and it can work simultaneously on multiple things. So let's say this is my Reddit account. If I go here and if I say that identify 5 subreddits, 5 most popular Indian subreddits I am part of, and give me the list. So what it will do is it will scan my subreddits, and what are the 5 subreddits I'm part of. It will give you the list here. Meanwhile, this other assistant is already working. This has completed the task here, and you can see I got message from Paula. She thanked me and sent me an email for product hunt launch. Then Priya sent me a CV, her CV. D Pooler also talked about performance marketing. She might be interested in joining my podcast. Sujan is already scheduled a podcast recording with me, and she is supposed to send me a PowerPoint. Ramanu Sakar is sent me acknowledgement about the overlapping interview. So these are the 5 messages I received, right? If I want to reply, I can reply from here. I can ask it to ask the AI to give a meaningful reply to all the messages. I don't have to give specific instructions. It will just simply reply to all 5 messages. Similarly, here, if you look at this, it has already identified the 5 subreddits which I'm part of. uh, I can see here all the 5 subreddits I'm part of. Mechanic India, I'm part of. Bollywood gossips, and these are the subreddits. So most popular subreddits I'm part of. These are the subreddits, right? India food, India celebs, Bollywood hot cakes, our India, our Indian cricket, our Delhi, our Indian food. So these are the most popular 5 subreddits. I'm part of it. So if I want to say next that go ahead and comment on the most popular thread in any subreddit, that action it can automatically take if I want to. So this is by default available. You don't have to even code anything, connect any API. This is freely available. So if you are part of the Perplexity Pro plan, then request for the access to comment browser, and maybe right now they've started rolling out to more people, so you'll be able to use it freely. There are a lot of use cases you can do right with the assistant. Just ask it what all it can do. There are a lot of things it will be able to do. It can scan your computer also and find out the document that you have. You just need to give the proper access. So be careful, but this is freely available. You don't even have to go through the multiple agents. So now we were talking about something different. I got distracted by the Comet browser notification. Let's go back into what we have to do. So here, by default, this is the system. This is how we use, right? This is the human interface. Now the AI solution, agentic solution, will not work with the human interface. It needs the programming interface to work with, right? So that's the one major difference which you need to understand. And in order to use chat gpt or perplexity or google's gemini, you need to connect your agent n10 or make.com through a uh, workflow, through api. It's if the connection is there, only then agent can perform a specific task. If you don't have connection, then it will not be able to perform that particular task. So for that, what you have to do is you have to search for something called, let's say, perplexity. Perplexity will have perplexity api. So go to API settings here. You'll be able to find the Perplexity API settings. You need to log in here and go to API lab, and you will be able to see the API here, right? So for API, you need to have the pro plan and then have the API billing setup done. So if you don't have billing setup right now, if you can see, I have $4.94 credit. So I added $5 separately. This is not part of your pro plan. You will have to separately recharge your credit. Only then you will be able to use an api through perplexity, or same is true with chat gpt also. Chat gpt also, you will need an api. Without api, you will not be able to use the agentic flow. So these are the first few fundamentals. You cannot straight away go and execute an agent. That will not work. You need to understand these basic things first. And this is the OpenAI API. You can log in and see whether you have access to API. Here also you will need to recharge with certain amount. Only then you will be able to use it. I think I have around $20 credit. And then you will, this platform will give you a secret key to connect your API. Do not share that secret key with anybody. To connect your API with the workflow, that we will understand. Maybe these are the API keys. You can generate new API keys if you want. When you create a key, it will give you the like, you can give a default name, anything like make.com connection, create a key. Okay, there is some error, but you can create a key like this. This is the unnamed key. You can copy the API key once it is created, and you can use that in the make.com workflow. Today I'll let's do one thing. Today let me show you how to connect your Google Gmail API, because there are a lot of use cases that will circle around the Gmail connection, right? So that is also important for your guys. Are you able to understand something, or is it not going as expected? Are you able to follow what we are discussing, or it is too much for you? Because I see no interaction in the chat here. Are you able to follow what we are discussing? Let's understand the chat GPT API, how that works. So you have to go at OpenAI API, and there also you will have to like create an API key. Without that, you will not be able to use this also. So here you need to build the API and start using the API in your agent building process. So without that, you will not be able to use either perplexity or this. Today maybe we'll talk about the connecting API, perplexity, and chat gpt tomorrow. Today I have identified something important for you, that is how to connect the Google Workspace or Gmail API with make.com. Let's start with that. For that, you'll have to, so I have identified all these steps here. You have to go to console.google.com. That's your starting point. Go to console.google.com. Confirm if you can hear me again. There was a breakage in the connection, but I'm back now. Let me know if you can hear me. There was a break in the connection, but now I'm back. Okay, so let's understand the how to connect google.com API with the make.com website. So you'll have to come here. It's called console. Can you see my screen, guys? If you can't, then just let me know. I'll share my screen again. Yes, so I'll share the attendance link later, Ume. So let's focus on this now. You have to go to a website called console.cloud.google.com to start working on your API connection. This is the first screen you will see, and you see this button called Start Free, right? So sign up and log in with your email address here. The next step you need to do is you need to select your create a new project. This is the project that I've already built, but you have to click here and create a new project here. And once you create the project, this is where you will come. This right now, this is the project I'm working on. So once you are inside the API, this is where you will land to. You will start building your first connection, first project. uh, I think this is a different screen that is loaded. Let me go back. Maybe we'll start with another account. so that it is easy for us to follow the steps. Oh man. Yeah. This is the new project, my project ID, right? This is where you will land when you create inside the new project. The next step you need to do is you need to click on APIs and services. So you have the first option called API and services. Click on this, and here you will see an option to enable your Gmail API. So search for Gmail here. You will see this option called Gmail API. Just click on the Gmail API, and you will see an option to enable the API. Just click on enable, and this will automatically start working on your Gmail. Like you will have API access for your Gmail ID, right? So this is the first connections that you need to build, and then from here create a credentials, and this is the OAuth consent screen. So click here in the OAuth consent, and you will be create your OAuth client. Application type is external. You will choose uh, choose a desktop app, web application. Web application, you will choose the first option, web application, and add the URI here. URI is your URL which you are giving access. So we are giving access to make.com and integromate for this additional project, right? So make.com is one URI. You can so make.com, just open here and copy it from here, so you'll have the right syntax. Go back and give your make.com access. Similarly for the other URI, which is the integromate, we'll just copy the integromate API from here. This is integromate.com. So go back and maybe open it here so you have the right syntax. Just copy from here, go back and give it the access. I think I was not able to copy. Okay, so integromat has some problem, but this is how you actually connect the API. Add the URI and click on create. So you see the API status is enabled. You have the client ID, client secret ID, creation date, and everything. Once this is ready, you can copy this client secret and client ID from here and start using this inside your make.com. So this is the one API that you need to connect. Similarly for chat GPT, perplexity also, you'll have to build those connections with your API with make.com. So we'll walk through those steps tomorrow. In case you have any doubts, questions on this process, I'll post this document that I was showing you as a notepad inside the community. you can access the entire steps of connecting the Google's API from these step by step process that I was showing you, and you will be able to do that. Tomorrow, let's build the first AI agent that I was showing you on the screen, that sorts out all your Gmail IDs, email in your Gmail, and you will be able to build the full agent using the process, which will sort out any kind of email. So see you all tomorrow. In case any questions, post inside the community. And the step by step process for connecting the Google's API, I will post it inside the community. You will be able to access it from there. Any other questions, doubts, guys? Hello. Thank you. Then see you tomorrow, and we'll discuss on the first agent and these steps. You can sign up on the make.com as a next step. And tomorrow we'll discuss more on how to process step by step. Okay. See you then. Take care. Bye.